Hi everybody, Canadian Treasure Hunter here. These are my finds for 2013. These are all my finds. I'm actually missing some finds. I got most of them here, but this is probably the most of it. Here's all my pennies. Some of these pennies are from 2012, but the majority, I would say this full container here, that might be left over from last year. But I'll show you, I separate everything. Those are all copper. That's all pure copper. There's some 40s in there, or beat up coins, but mostly copper. Those are my zincs. These are some of my better coins that I tumbled. Some American mixed in with some early 40s pennies. These are the ones I separate when they're green. And also I got a bunch here. These are all American memorials, and they're all copper. That's a big plate of zinc pennies. And all these coins here are American coins. Dimes, nickels, quarters. There's 50-cent pieces. There's some newer dollar ones. What I'd like to show you is we also do a little bit of hunts. These are all my silver from the hunts. We do have a monthly raffle at our club. Some of these are prizes. I somehow I get pretty lucky. I win 1 to 3 coins either through raffle or through entering like first place or second place. So this is all the silver is from prizes. There's a little bit for my wife and a little bit for my daughter mixed in here, but the majority is from me. So what I'm going to do is show you my other, this is all my finds for silver. 94 silver for 2013. It's all my dimes. These are all my Americans. There's I got a couple of Mercuries. I got a war nickel, a couple of Rosies there, about 3 or 4 Rosies. This is my best coin, 1925S. Very cool, nice condition. Zoom in there a little bit better. Condition super. Also I got here, this was a half crown, New Zealand half crown, which I really like that coin. There's another coin here, 1932 dime, really nice choice condition. There's my quarters. It's a 50-cent piece. I think it's a 66. That's a sterling handle, Victorian handle from a hairbrush. There's a sterling baby rattle, found on the west side of Vancouver. All silver. There's a little picture frame, silver pin. So we'll go over here and show you some other coins. Got 1914 quarter, 37, 2000. 1941 50-cent piece, found in the ocean. There's a Newfoundland 1936 penny. Kind of hard to see here with glare. Here's a Centennial, 100-year Centennial coin. This is a key date, 1925 is kind of a key date. Here's a 1942. This one was found at a house demo on the ground inside of an old building. Kind of a nice coin. It's a Chinese coin. Here's a 29 penny. Here's another a coin. It's a 67 coin. It shows the province, one of the provinces, and shows a picture of the coat of arms and a flower on one side. There's a 1911 halfpenny. It's a Buffalo nickel. It's a 1940 nickel. We'll start swinging here. Here's a Social Security. It's a metal copper card. 1939. It was found in Montana. It's a wind-up key, another old skeleton key, brass. These were found in the attic here. I put on my video before. It's a gold and silver ring. It's a military ring. Real cool ring. And then some buttons here made from, I guess, they made the cufflinks, or actually buttons for a jacket. But they're actually real silver coins from Europe. More buttons. There's a spoon, Union Steamship spoon. There's a Johnny Walker ashtray. Quite early. Found on Bone Island. There's a belt, a swimming belt. Another belt buckle. A cross. Here's patrolman, school safety. This is a car emblem. I think it's a 40s car. It's Canucks. Here's another hockey. Dallas Stars. 1932 tag. There's a it's a 76. Some bullets here. More pins. That's a 58 button. It's another coat of arms crest found on the ocean. Here's some crematorium tags. It's another thing of some sort. Love my bike. These are my large cents. Different various years from 1882 right up to about 1918, 1920. Pin. Another pin. There's a lead soldier. Bunch of newer dog tags, rabies and miscellaneous, some from Burnaby, some from Vancouver, North Van, and so on. It's a neat compact there, Max Factor compact. This was found in the ocean there, so the body's right away. It's a 50 style car. These are all my early cars. I'm actually missing some cars, I'm not sure where they went. Old trucks and so on. Another car. This is similar to one I found last video. The one I found was a red one. This is a green one I found. A couple old cars. Part of a train. Another car. Here's a squashed up car, which is pretty cool. It's a little sidecar. A couple cranes. A couple match Hot Wheels. Another truck. Also, here's these are all my tokens I found. Plumb ball, bunch of beach junk jewelry, typical finds. These are a bunch of nickels I find at the beach. There's a couple Americans mixed in there, but most of them are pretty rough condition. But there's some 40s in there, 50s, 60s. There's some lead items. Here is a soldier with a gun, polar bear, another Bronco wing soldier. These are all my pennies. These are from 1920 to 36, so mixed in the 1 cent coins. Here's a bunch of buttons, different buttons. A little junk jewelry. Belt clip there. Carabiner, whatever it's called. Here's a bunch of foreign coins I found. There's an old key. Well, it's actually an old, but it's gold-plated looking key. Kind of a mystery tag. Old lighter. Some ornamental, probably pretty early. I'm not sure what that's for. There's an old bullet. There was probably a keychain bullet or something like that. Here's an early token, 1936. That's a 1901 calendar, perpetual calendar type thing. So watch. These are beads I found at the park. And then here's a 32 penny. These are all my 40s. I tumbled my 40s when they come out pretty clean condition. Sometimes just throw them in plastic just for the hell of it. Give them to people and so on. Here's some more stuff over here. 3 Mirror Widows, condom tin. It's another face cream. These are those flattened pennies, which are kind of cool. Some are from San Diego and different parts of the States. Found here. These are some of the belt buckles we found. Various ones. Here's a Geo coin. This was found in Victoria. Here's a Rifle Association. It's a little metal. There's a military button. Royal Canadian Air Force. Gateway Casinos. See a couple transit tokens. See if I missed anything else. The dice there I found. Eyeballed it when I was doing a dig. Let's kind of scan back on some of the other stuff here. Okay, what I'd like to show you is how I display these items. There's a few things from last year here, but just show you how it displays. That was dug. That was last year. This was this year. I found this, that's a 50 sen coin, Japanese, early, 1907. That was found in a house. That was found Oriental coin. Could be a couple hundred years old, possibly. A lead toy. That's the military button. Anybody knows buttons? You can let me know which one this is. That was found last year. That was found this year. It's a little brooch. That was found in a house. That was a Hong Kong coin found, Vancouver, 1898. I found this one, 1945, 50 cent piece, in really nice condition. The sterling thimble, that was found this year, or last year, I mean. That was last year. That was found last year. It's a 1952 dog tag there, it's kind of cool. It's a little kind of a, looks like an orca whale. Looks like a arrowhead piece of jewelry. 1886 Expo 86 pin. Here's a silver heart. And a piece of jewelry. Okay, let's just get to some of the jewelry I found. I found a total of, you see, I got 7 gold rings, 1 14 karat gold chain, 3 gold and silver rings mixed, 1 2 carat charm. I got 15 silver rings found in the metal detector, 1 silver bracelet, and 20 junk rings. I just want to mention the oldest coin I found was 1855 last year. It was a French coin, somewhere from France it was from. So I'm going to show you some of the rings here. That's a gold $sign. That's gold and diamonds found with that chain together. That's a gold ring. That has, it's actually white gold with the diamond inside. Here's a gold ring here. That was found in Dominican Republic. Same with that one. That's gold. That's white gold. The bracelet was found on one of my jobs. That's silver. This is cool. I found at the beach. It was down like about, I don't know, 15 inches. And the PI Pro pulled it out pretty good, loud and clear, and I actually almost gave up. And I said to myself, I'm going to dig until I can find it. So I went down at least 15 inches, and this popped out here, so it's a really cool find. And close up there, real cool. It's probably really old. Some other miscellaneous. There's a homemade silver ring found at a job. These are kind of miscellaneous junk. That's the amber stone. That's amber and silver. Here's a charm with a horse, and I'll just show you the back of it. She got swastikas in the back of it. It's early. My friend actually found one, same one of these near Spanish Banks. That's a sterling silver bracelet. Now that's silver. That's a school ring, JH school. So there's silver, one aquamarine stone, silver. That's another same school ring, but it's missing the enamel where it fell out. We'll get to some of the junk rings here. These are all the junkers. No shortage of junk rings, they're always around. So that's the overview of the jewelry. Not a lot of gold, but like I say, we didn't have any big cuts. You know, I did a lot of metal detecting. I like to show you actually these are all my nickels, dimes, quarters, toonies, loonies are all mixed in here, so the jar is filled up pretty good. That's all from last year. Yeah, and all these American is from last year. And like I said, most of these pennies, I would say 3/4 of this container was all last year. And then 2 years ago is a little bit from 2 years ago, but 2013, the majority of all the stuff is 2013. There's the odd 2012 for copper pennies, because I had a little bit on the bottom and I want to fill the jar up, so I kept a little bit together. But shows you there's a lot of finds. If you go out there, the stuff's out there. You know, just lately I've been spending more time and been finding some fantastic stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there, but there's a lot of trash. You're not seeing all the trash, you're only seeing the good stuff. I got buckets of trash, but I got a lot of good metals like copper. I might have about 50 pounds of lead, and then I have aluminum and just, you know, crap steel. But if you take all these salvageable materials, you might have, you know, 100, 200 bucks in scrap metals if you're lucky. You know, if you have a lot of copper's about $2.75 a pound, lead's about 30 cents a pound, so it does add up. Doesn't seem like much, but finding a couple hunks of lead here and there, you could have 2-3 pounds in no time. So I'm telling you, it all adds up. And what I like to do is I always separate my copper coins with my zinc. And what I'll do is I'll keep the coppers for now, because, you know, they're worth about maybe almost 2 cents. They're not worth 3 cents, because I did the math calculations. It came out to about 1.7 at today's prices. So they're not really worth 3 cents like people say they are. The scrap dealers will only pay about $2.75 for the stuff. If they will buy it. Probably won't buy it, but you don't know. So I'm gonna keep it for future. And then the rest of the stuff I'll roll up. This will go down to all the US. That'll be rolled up. And I'll get rid of all these inks here. Whatever goes through the machine, and whatever's too far gone, it's going to go to the scrap pile. So these are all the rings. That's 2012 finds. And I just want to show you how nice you can display stuff. Actually, this metal was found last year. It's quite nice. 1914 metal, military metal. It shows you can just display your stuff. You know, this is just a miscellaneous, but you can categorize what you like. If you have tokens or miscellaneous coins, you can put them all in here. Anyways, thanks again. Thanks for all my subscribers. Thanks for watching my videos, and we look forward to see more. And definitely get out there and keep swinging the detector. If you spend more time, you're going to find more. If you don't go out once or twice a week, well, you're finding little. But if you go out more and more, the stuff is there. You got to fight through the trash, and then be patient, swing slow, listen for the deeper signals. Thanks again. Thanks for my subscribers. All the best. Canadian Treasure Hunter out. Have a great day.
Down where the river blows, down here where no one knows, your dreams will be realized without the stars above your eyes. Out where the barrel smokes, out where the hero chokes, her dance will be crucified, and only she can question why. And I know all about you. You're the woman with the gun. It goes off when you can't stop remembering. It's all happening again. And I know that you know it's not the way to go. 1,000 flowers by your window, and I see that you with your beauty. And believe me, I believe you got me with that gold. 1,000 flowers with your wisdom. Step past the conscious dream, move into the world unseen. There's nothing here for you to prove, 'cause love is life with fear removed. Stop remembering it's all happening again. And I know that you know it's not the way to go. 1,000 flowers by your window, and I see that you see it's not the way to be. 1,000 flowers with your beauty. Believe me, I believe you got me with that gold. 1,000 flowers with your wisdom.